This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, July the 30th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks so much for tuning in. Satellite image this morning shows a few clouds across the northern part of the state of Alabama, mainly across the Tennessee River Valley, and with radar showing that there's actually a small shower in that area as well. At the surface map, we're looking at high pressure over the southeastern U.S., and that pattern is likely to stay with us for much of the week ahead. In the upper atmosphere, we're still dealing with this bit of troughiness over the lower Mississippi River Valley, and the models continue to show that troughiness to weaken as the upper ridge becomes much stronger during the week ahead. Temperatures this morning, starting the day out once again in the 70s. Birmingham kind of warm at 79. But most locations across central Alabama in the lower 70s. And radar showing very little this morning, but we do have that one shower over the Tennessee River Valley that is moving to the east. On the watch warning map, the pink areas you see are all related to heat across the Rocky Mountain area. On the QPF chart, the QPF showing that we expect over the next 5 days on the order of 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that's probably pretty accurate, except that it won't be as widespread as you're seeing on that map. Storm Prediction Center has a very small area for slight risk, primarily in southwest South Dakota and northwestern Nebraska, surrounded by a marginal risk area, and there's also a marginal risk over primarily Virginia. For day 2, there's 2 marginal risks, one centered on Kansas City just about, and another in the Dakotas. And then for day 3, as we get into next week, there's a marginal risk in the Dakotas moving into the western Great Lakes. The tropics continue to be somewhat quiet, but we are watching 2 areas. The first one located near 50 degrees west, the second located near about 25 degrees west, and it is the second area that appears to have more potential for developing. The 25-degree west area is forecast to continue on pretty much a westerly course. They're actually the spaghetti plot showing potential for maybe even a little bit of a south of west course. On the second system, it looks like it's projected to move into the northern part of the Leeward Islands, but again, both of these are moving slowly, and they're a good distance out, so it'll be several days yet before we have to be concerned about them. All right, the 06 EGFS model run, and there's our troughiness today, which once again is going to be responsible for creating scattered showers around the area. Look for highs to be in the range of about 89 to 92. For Sunday, the troughiness begins to wane and weaken as it moves east a little bit, and the ridge, located primarily over the southwestern United States, is beginning to expand eastward. But again, that keeps us Sunday in the humid air with a mixture of sun and clouds and temperatures climbing into the lower 90s. Monday, the ridge builds stronger across the lower Mississippi River Valley. On Tuesday, we see the ridge still stronger. The 594 contour shrinks a little bit, but the overall expanse of the 591 contour is much larger. So the ridge building in stronger by Wednesday, and still all that does is mean the forecast is going to continue with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, those driven primarily by the heat during the afternoon. The ridge becomes basically from the California coast all the way to the Southeast U.S. coast. On Thursday and Friday, the ridge very strong, pushing the westerlies way up into Canada, with no chance of much traveling weather systems even getting down into the Great Lakes. And then by Saturday, a week from today, we see the ridge dampening down just a little bit as those systems across Canada push on it, but not dampening them much, and that just keeps us in the humid air. So no air mass changes to look forward to, so it looks like the forecast remains a bit monotonous with just that shower possibility each day. And yesterday we had some kind of interesting weather patterns in voodoo country, and they're all gone today. There's a look at the GFS for the 10th of August, and of course it's got that big ridge all the way from the Carolinas all the way back over to the Four Corners area. And then when we get out to the end of the period around the 14th of August, look at the size of the 594 contour. Wow. all the way from central Kentucky all the way to the central Rocky Mountain area. So looks like the heat will continue well into August. That'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. I expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for notes on Alabama's ever-changing weather situation. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day and Godspeed.